Hello. Okay. How many of you think of a painting or a drawing when you hear the word art? That's definitely the first thing that pops into my head when I hear the word. I don't really know the exact reason for this, but that's not what I'm discussing today. I want to talk to you about one of my favorite forms of art that not a lot of people talk about. That's men's fashion. There are a couple of points I want to hit on in the speech. One of them is my opinion on why I see men's fashion as an art form. I also want to tell you about some style icons that I look up to. Most of them are actors. And lastly, I'd like to talk and show you my newest interest my newest fashion interest that I've found, which is watches. Uh, Fashion should be a form of escapism, not a form of imprisonment, says Alexander McQueen. He's a famous fashion designer. Clothes are the first thing that a stranger will notice when they see you in person. When you see James Bond walk into the villain's lair wearing a suit, you know he means business because the clothing he's wearing evokes the confidence that we associate with the character. I have here Icons of Men's Style by Josh Sims. It's a really cool book that goes through all the different aspects of clothing, like jackets, shirts, shoes. It's a really cool book, but I'm going to read apart from the intro. While women's wardrobe has its classics, lasting styles often interpreted, and frequently updated, there are arguably more of these in men's wardrobe. In part, this is because women's wear is more a product of fashion, which can be defined as a frequent change for its own sake. Men's wear, on the other hand, is also a product of fashion, but this tends to be apparent in only the details, in a ponderous evolutionary advancement rather than sweeping statements. I think that men's fashion is an important staple of modern-day society, and this is shown in a report by grandviewresearch.com. They say that the market size of menswear is valued at $483 billion in 2018 and is anticipated to expand at a compound annual growth rate of 6.3% over the forecast period. They say this is due to a rise in fashion consciousness among young millennial men, and I think the times have changed to allow for a boom in men's fashion popularity that I don't think will end anytime soon. One fashion icon that I look up to is Tom Holland. He has a sense of style that is very diverse, and he could pull off timeless suited looks or modern streetwear. He's also 5'7", and me being 5'8" can take points from how he dresses to his height. Think an updated take on the old school Hollywood star, pairing flawless tailoring with casual menswear staples, says Tom Forty of Fashion Beans. Another icon that embraces tradition, at least in the shoot from this Rake magazine, is Sam Rockwell. He rocks many classic looks that play with texture and muted colors. This example is the reason why I'm wearing a classic white button-down today. So I have a couple pictures for you. Here's one. Here he has like a tweed texture suit, like in purple and lavender, and a couple of other really cool looks. And lastly, I'll talk about Ryan Gosling. In every movie that I've seen with him in it, he's always wearing something stylish. Hence the reason why I dressed up as him, as one of his suited looks from the movie Crazy Stupid Love for Halloween. I'll try to insert a screen cap right here so you can see what I looked like. Lastly, one of my newest fashion interests has been watches. The admin of Best Watch Select says one of the best fashion adornments in this modern world is a wristwatch. Without a doubt, it completes the look of a person entirely, and as well adds to the value and personality more compellingly. I completely agree with this because I got into watches because I like the idea of self-expression. And today I'm wearing my Citizen Nighthawk, and it is based off an aviator's flight watch, probably from the 40s, back when they were using the British fighter jets. and the look has been modernized, and I think it goes good with almost anything. That's why I'm wearing this shirt. I've yet to own a classically made watch with an automatic movement. The automatic movement has a rotor inside the casing, and it spins when you move your wrist, charging up a power reserve, so that you never need to have a battery. This watch has a quartz movement, which also has a battery in it. But this one that I'm wearing right now is solar powered, which is also pretty cool. To conclude, I think that men's fashion is important in today's society. It is a form of expression like no other. It has led me down this journey and finding icons like Tom Holland and Ryan Gosling, whose fashion has inspired me a lot, and taken me down the rabbit hole to finding watches. This is now what I spend all of my money on. I'll end with a quote from a writer: "Clothes make the man. Naked people have little or no influence on society." Mark Twain.